Welcome to part 3 of my illustrations and studies concerning Hollow Earth, Agartha. In these brand new little illustrations I just created, we'll get into more of the structures of the inner cities, the inner structures. Okay, now as I was saying up here, how these giant waves like tunnels, and I explained how they were interconnected to various ley line conjunction spots in the world. These rat and like ball waves travel the surface of the earth. Mostly they can come in from the North Pole and come around and circle the planet, encircle it, and as it does so, it is a multi-dimensional waves of astral tunnels. It's like a rat and ball, as I said. These tunnel systems also gather up EMF fields, information all related to the world's EMF fields of all life on Earth, from insects to humans. And that is all gathered up into databases that exist inside a base at the South Pole. Now, the surface of the Earth, and for several layers beneath it, there are many forms of triangles of high strangeness, many of which used to be all connected to the ley lines. Many of them are no longer that way due to continental drift and tectonics. Many of these layers of ley lines and triangles were over the eons. All right, so now we move into the greater structures of the inner city of Agartha. Now, everything I'm talking about is theory, conjecture, based on just what I've seen in my mind, what was shown to me. Okay, so there's a central tube, a giant pillar that exists in a very large circular like cavern, very dense cities all the way around, and all around these cities, they surround a central pillar that lies at the center of the city. The pillar is several blocks wide. It's very wide in circumference. It holds up a ceiling that is made like a spider web, like support of ribs, and these ribs glow and produce light. That's the more or less the ceiling. All the cities are right side up like ours is, with roots or ribs of energy tubes descending to and from the central core of the earth, where the radiations are produced into a form of light that is then scattered throughout the cities and these various pockets of cities throughout the earth. So Middle Earth doesn't, from what I've seen, in my opinions, doesn't have a central sun like ours or anything like ours, but rather it's more of artificially produced light that is drawn from the core and is scattered throughout the various pockets. Now, the central rib, the central pillar, the giant pillar at the center, is made up of compact, super compact cogs at the center, the very center core. It's almost like as thick as iron, and it's made of magnetic superfields. And there are trillions and trillions and trillions of various sized cogs all spinning around each other, around the pillar, going around in circles and circles and circles. Much of the surface looks like very thick screw-like grooves and threads of cogs, but numerous cogs are made up of this pillar. There are, again, ribs that emanate from the central pillar that go out and feed the energy to the outer rim of the city. The pillar is, like I said, made of various sizes of cogs. The closer you get to the core of the pillar, the smaller infinitesimal they are, and the larger they are as you expand outward. All right. Now this is a vision of the South Pole base entrance. And the entrance is like a long, oblong-like entrance. And when I went in, I saw that there was a black shiny floor, very perfectly flat and symmetrical. It had a black roof. Both were reflectives, shiny. The sides were several hundred feet in, all emerald green. The walls were both emerald green with numerous writings, but the writings were very thick at the center of the walls and then dispersed as they moved away from the center. Now, other people have seen images similar to this. Other remote viewers have seen these emerald-like green walls or black walls with green emerald sophisticated hieroglyphs. And so this final image here is of a chamber I was led into once I went into the base. And there is a glass floor, see-through floor. I couldn't see what was underneath that glass transparent floor. There was a large pine cone-like device made of mirrors beneath a chair that sat at the center of the glass circle. I could not see the complexities. And at the very top, above the chair, the dentist-like chair, was a very massive pine cone-like device with downward pointing mirrors. And so this seemed to be the focal point of all the energies. These were black screens, evenly spaced all around me. The rest of the wall was kind of like a crystalline, rough-edged crystalline-like quartz crystal. And I guess that's about it for the pine cones were silverish with very transparent mirrors. And so I'm assuming this was some kind of time traveling device, but I'm not exactly sure. All right, so that's the end of part 3 of my voyage, my voyages to the inner world. So there you go, there you have it. I think there might be a part 4, but I'm not sure yet. It may be some time in coming, but I hope this helped you understand a lot of what is going on, mostly in astral and ethereal dimensions, which are more or less dimensions that are beyond us and move beyond us in different frequencies. All right. Have a very pleasant day.